I'm Luke Summerhays, and I love Clamperl. Among the biggest classic signifiers of wealth are pearl jewellery and caviar. Pearls are small, shiny spheres which are quite pretty when strung onto a necklace, and they are formed inside the shells of clams. A grain of sand or a chip from the shell or anything really gets inside the shell, and slowly, layer by layer, the clam's mucus is piled on top and eventually hardened into a smooth sphere. Caviar is an expensive type of roe or fish eggs. Most female fish lay a huge swathe of soft, slimy eggs, which males then fertilize externally. Both caviar and pearls are considered fancy, but to me they're both just gross slimes made by fish. It's kind of funny when you think about it. Clamperl is a water-type Pokémon which resembles a clam. A small blue shell opens up to reveal a squishy blue body with a round pink head like a pearl. Pearls are already rare and valuable, and that is even more significant in the case of Clamperl's pearls. Pokémon Fire Red and Leaf Green tell us, "It is protected by a sturdy shell. Once in a lifetime, it makes a magnificent pearl." And Ultra Moon tells us, "Clamperl's pearls are exceedingly precious. They can be more than 10 times as costly as Shelder's pearls." We saw earlier that Spoink likes to take a pearl from a Clamperl, and that is referenced again here. Pokémon Emerald tells us, "The pearl it creates upon evolution is said to be infused with a mysterious energy." And Pokémon Diamond and Pearl tell us, "It makes a single pearl during its lifetime. The pearl is said to amplify psychic power." The Japanese name Perlulu combines the English word pearl with the Arabic word lulu, which means pearl. So Clamperl is called Pearl in Japanese. The English name Clamperl obviously combines pearl with clamp, the motion of sharply shutting down on something. This is a risk when gathering real pearls, and often exaggerated in video games like Super Mario 64. Pokémon Ultra Sun tells us, "Despite its appearance, it's carnivorous. It clamps down on its prey with both sides of its shell, and doesn't let go until they stop moving." And Pokémon Ruby tells us, "Clamperl's sturdy shell is not only good for protection, it is also used for clamping and catching prey. A fully grown Clamperl's shell will be scored with nicks and scratches all over." Lastly, Pokémon Sapphire tells us, "Clamperl grows while being protected by its rock-hard shell. When its body becomes too large to fit inside the shell, it is sure evidence that this Pokémon is getting close to evolution." The interesting thing about Clamperl's evolution is that it can go in 2 different directions. Trade a Clamperl holding a deep-sea tooth, and it evolves into Huntail. Huntail is a blue eel-like Pokémon with orange shell-like protrusions. It has a tail like a fishing lure and, most noticeably, a large, wide, open mouth, ready to munch down on some prey. This large, scary jaw is very reminiscent of certain terrifying deep-sea predators, like the glaring moray eel or the alien-esque gulper eel. Pokémon Ruby tells us, "Huntail's presence went unnoticed by people for a long time, because it lives at extreme depths in the sea. This Pokémon's eyes can see clearly even in the murky, dark depths of the ocean." When deep-sea creatures are seen out of their natural habitat, they are inevitably pretty scary to look at. We were never meant to see them. Perhaps this is why Pokémon Ultra Moon tells us, "Deep seas are their habitat. According to tradition, when Huntail wash up on shore, something unfortunate will happen." The name Huntail, the same in Japanese and English, of course combines hunter, befitting the design, with tail, referring to the tail it uses to help hunt prey. Pokémon Sapphire tells us, "Huntail's tail is shaped like a fish. It uses the tail to attract prey, then swallows the prey whole with its large gaping mouth. This Pokémon swims by wiggling its slender body like a snake. Huntail has a pretty high attack stat, which is appropriate for a hunter. It isn't too fast, though it gets around that with the ability Swift Swim, which increases its speed in the rain. Pokemon Ultra Sun explains, "It's not the strongest swimmer. It wags its tail to lure in its prey, and then gulps them down as soon as they get close." Of course, if physical attack isn't your bag, evolving a Clamperl with a deep sea scale instead of a deep sea tooth will get you a Gorebyss. Gorebyss is a pink eel Pokemon with a sharp pointed face. It is obviously supposed to be reminiscent of a swordfish or a snipe eel. To me, it looks more like the fluffy worms on strings I played with as a kid. Gorebyss has the same water typing as Huntail, and mostly the same stats. It trades Huntail's physical attack for special attack, and then some. While its physical attack is lower than Huntail's special, its special is therefore much higher than Huntail's physical, making it kind of an unfair trade. Pokemon Ruby tells us, "Gorebyss lives in the southern seas at extreme depths. Its body is built to withstand the enormous pressure of water at incredible depths. Because of this Pokemon's body is unharmed by ordinary attacks." And yeah, Gorebyss has pretty high defense, as does Huntail, but it's hardly indestructible or anything. As a predatory eel, just like Huntail, Gorebyss has some more scary Pokédex entries. Pokemon Emerald tells us, "A Gorebyss siphons the body fluids of prey through its thin tubular mouth. Its light pink body color turns vivid when it finishes feeding." Perhaps the name Gorebyss refers to the way it gores its enemy. That is a gruesome beastie. The Japanese name, though, is Sakurabis, referring to the sakura, or cherry blossoms, famous in Japan's springtime. Gorebyss has a pink color like those flowers, and is similarly beautiful, suggesting that maybe the gore is actually from gorgeous. Pokemon Fire Red and Leaf Green tell us, "Its swimming form is exquisitely elegant. With its thin mouth, it feeds on seaweed that grows between rocks." And Pokemon Heart Gold tells us, "Its pink body becomes more vivid with the rise of water temperatures in the springtime." The sakura are beautiful, but only fleeting. For this reason, they are often used as metaphors for the brief but beautiful lives of human beings, and are regularly referenced in elegant samurai death poems, the falling petals standing in for the falling blood and arrows. Perhaps Gorebyss' name can refer to both gore and gorgeous, and perhaps that's actually the perfect translation of Sakurabis. Pokemon Sapphire puts it best, telling us, "Although Gorebyss is the very picture of elegance and beauty while swimming, it is also cruel. When it spots prey, this Pokemon inserts its thin mouth into the prey's body and drains the prey of its body fluids." Gorebyss had a brief spell of success in the competitive scene, its high special attack, water typing, and boosted speed in rain proving useful. In Generation 5, Gorebyss and Huntail gained the move Shell Smash, which sacrifices a little defense in exchange for a massive boost to attack, special attack, and speed. They could put it to decent use themselves, or, devastatingly, pass it along with Baton Pass. Whatever lucky Pokemon came third would have all the extra speed and attack of both Pokemon smashing their shells, while the defensive drop could be easily mitigated by items. It was pretty ridiculous while it lasted. Clamperl and its two evolutions might seem a little forgettable, especially stuffed in the middle of this run of Gen 3 water types we're covering. If we try to take a step back, however, and imagine ourselves 20 years ago, first using the HM dive to explore the terrifying depths, and finding a clam that can evolve into beautiful but terrifying monsters, maybe this really is a pearl worth clutching. Music for Luke Loves Pokemon was composed by Jonathan Cromie. Artwork for the show is by Katie Groves. Writing, producing, and editing is all by me, Luke Summerhays, while funding is provided by my lovely listeners over at patreon.com/podcastiopodcastius, where you can find links to the other shows my friends and I create. I love to hear from listeners with your thoughts and feelings about the Pokemon you love too. Get in touch about the next monsters, Relicanth and Love Disc, or with your thoughts, feelings and observations about any other Pokémon over on Twitter or Facebook at LukeLovesPKMN. I love Clamperl, and remember, I love you too.